Yo, man, this is like my first video. So yeah, my name is Jury Finn, and today I just wanted to talk about my thoughts on like the current state of hip hop right now. Cause I'm a huge hip hop fan. I'm a huge hip hop fan. Um, so with the current state of hip hop, the way I view it is like um, I view it as like nowadays there's not really that push of artistry as there was like in the past. I feel like nowadays it's just like you make a quick TikTok hit and then you know you blow up and then you try to like milk off like you try to squeeze every bit of drop of profit that you can from that like one TikTok hit. And like I view it like it isn't really it isn't really like something that's good for artists, especially when you consider like I'm sure if you're someone who follows hip hop, you might have heard of like Ice Spice new album called Y2K. I think it undersold. I don't remember what was the exact album sale, but it undersold, and people say that was trash. And like the way I view it is like it isn't enough to like just make a hit off of like just make a hit like a TikTok hit and then think that when you made that hit, that TikTok hit that's catchy, such as like that song from Ice Spice that was like, yeah, that nigga a munch, nigga eat it, he eat it for lunch. It was like that was a dope it was like a dope song. Not like a legendary song, but like just the type of song where you're just like, oh, I can probably bop my head to this, but it didn't have that replay value. It got old at some point. And then you could truly think that when you're producing these mediocre hits that you actually have a core fan base. But it's like you ain't really pushing your artistry. You're just like you're just like trying to you're just like trying to make music that's like some people call it NPC music, but you're just trying to make music off of that, and it's like when you try to make music that's like NPC music, it doesn't really have no replay value in the sense of like people are gonna come back to it like 10 years later. Like you view Kendrick's Good Kid, Mad City. That's like a dope album, and there are a lot of songs that to this day they still are smash. They still smash it. They're still smash. You can even look at somebody like Nas, who's a veteran. I mean, Nas, you can still play it today, and it still goes hard. So, my view on this is like nowadays artists aren't really, especially like in my generation, artists don't focus on pushing their artistry. Like I wanna push my artistry. I wanna make something that just sounds like also want to pursue a product. Not just something where you just go to the studio and just you just find a catchy beat and write whatever, rap whatever as long as it's got something catchy. And you're also using the same tricks because at first it's like you can hear an artist, right, and be like, I like this song. Then you find that discography is like basically those type of songs or those types of beats, and in your head you're just like, oh, this is cool. You bomb to them for maybe like a week, but then it bores you because it's basically just the same thing. Just like it's basically just like the same thing. It's not nothing different. It's kind of like when you're at school and you're trying to like copy from somebody, and when you copy from somebody you just change it up a little bit, right? So that's in my thoughts, in my head, when I look at it, it's like these people don't have like the potential to have a core fan base as in like someone like J. Cole, someone like Kendrick, someone like Nas. I mean, those are people with like people that still bomb to the like old stuff like from 10 years back. You could still listen to some K Dot, you could still listen to some Cole, You could still listen to some Nas. You could still listen to some Jay-Z from like years back, some Eminem from years back. Like those are people that really push the artistry instead of just like, just making a song and just like being it's a hit, it's a smash. And it's like you can be fooled by that because it's like you can fill up arenas because you make these TikTok hits and be thinking, oh yeah, I got a core fan base, and people are showing up to my shows, people are using my songs in all types of dance challenges. I should release an album. You release an album, it sells, and like it undersells, and then when it undersells, you're like, oh, what you start to wonder like, why did it undersell? Like I didn't expect it to undersell. I expected it to like skyrocket. Like I expected it to be like, whoa, like I expected everyone to be shocked. I didn't expect like something like Drake would sell first week or Kendrick would sell first week. I expected something that just like a starting artist would like, it would be considered an under it would be considered that the album undersold if it was like a major artist that's been in the game for like a while now. But for me as a starting artist, I expected it to be like, oh, that's good because he or she is a starting artist. And when you're filling up arenas and everyone is bumping to your songs and they like, oh, yeah, that's, they're bumping to your songs, like, the crowd is singing every lyric, every word of your lyrics. They know it by heart. It's like, oh, it's like, oh, I really got a core fan base. That can fool you though, because like you have to realize that people go to concerts to have a good time. They don't, and it don't necessarily mean that the fact that you can fill up arenas, that's like, it's like, it just means that you're a good artist. It just means that your music is good enough to bomb to. It doesn't even mean like your artistry is whoa at that level where you're dropping double entendres, where you're someone like Eminem dropping verses that people take 5 years to know what they saying. It's not like that. It's not always the case. It's like, okay, you've been glazed enough by the industry, so it's like if you saw someone constantly pop up on your screen while you're watching YouTube short, and you know, you could be like, let me check this person out,